Hi guys. So, sorry about the change of place and the weird appearance. I'm sitting here in my pajamas because it's late at night and I was just really tired today after my class. So I was lazy and didn't make the video during the day after my class. So I'm making it now and it's like 1 or 2 a.m. So I'm sitting here coming to you in my pajamas. So, pardon that. I literally don't remember what class it was. So now that I've checked in my diary what week it was, welcome to video diary number 8. So today I had my 8th directing class, and we started the day off with the usual kind of questions and answer clinic. And I pitched another question because at this point I'm not too ashamed to ask things and I'm comfortable with the group to ask questions when I need help or advice. So I got my rights this week to do my play, so that's super exciting to me because I'm an overthinker and I started overthinking what would I do if I didn't get the rights, and that made me panic so much because I was so set mentally on doing this play already, which is probably a really bad thing. I don't know why I'm made that way, but when I set my mind to it and I was so prepared to do it, that the thought of that being taken away and me having to start from scratch was horrifying. And just I was like on the edge of panic the entire like Christmas break waiting for this, whether I would get the rights or not, because the Drama League of Ireland office was closed until like the 3rd or 4th of January or something. Anyway, so I had to wait and hear back from them. But I heard back from them this week and I got my rights to do True West, and I'm excited. I have to pay like €132, but I knew I had to pay about that much anyway. I don't care. It's a bit of a lump of a sum, but it's nothing astronomical. And I want to go all out for this play, so I'm just going to pay to have the license to do it and then worry about, because there's other things to worry about. There's renting out the theater for the day and finding light and sound, who's going to do that, costumes, rehearsing. I'm horrified of the first rehearsal and I haven't even done it yet. I haven't even met one of my actors yet, my 2 main actors. Things like this, it's terrifying, but I'm ready to just start something, start doing one thing at a time and start like checking things off my list, because sitting and waiting for it is horrifying. I feel like I feel like Pippin when he's waiting for the war to begin, in Return of the King with Gandalf, and it's just like the quiet before the storm, that's what it feels like. So getting the license and the kind of, I'll pay and that'll be okay, go ahead, start working on your play, is going to be a nice thing. Even though I'm horrified about first rehearsals. We'll just see how it goes. I know I'm a virgin director and the actors know that, and I'm not ashamed to say it. It's just, I hope they go easy on me. And I just hope it goes well and it doesn't completely crash and burn. But yeah, so I pitched the idea to the group this morning anyway because I got a bit nervous. One of my actors mentioned that because the script is so specific, it's not the most specific. Beckett is even worse to do, where it's like, take a step to the right. There are scripts that are so specific, it tells you, exactly what the person is doing and leaves you not much room. Like, you can't do anything except do what the playwright wants you to do. True West is a specific script. It's kind of rigid, but not that I can't do anything with it. And I actually chose it for that reason, because as my first play ever, I don't want to have something abstract with no stage directions, with no guidelines, where I can be stuck thinking for months, what the hell am I going to do in this scene? Or there's so many things that can be done in here, like in the scene, what am I going to do? So having a kind of structure and going into it with a structure that I can just like add upon, or think how I'm gonna do it myself within a structure, was nice and comforting. It wasn't as terrifying going into that. But my actors thought maybe that won't give me enough creative directorial freedom. And that really got into my head, and then I started panicking. So that's what I pitched to the class. I said, is it true, even though with precise kind of scripts where they're kind of where they're rigid. I can't say that word. What is that word? Is it rigid? No, that sounds wrong now. Rigid. Did I say rigid before this? Oh my god. I have a BA in English. I'm really not allowed to say that anymore. I should just not be allowed to speak sometimes. Anyway, even though there is a structure in the play, is it true that it will leave me, stuck for creative choices or something? And our class leader gave me a good kind of analogy. He just said, well, look at it this way. Some of the most beautiful poetry ever written was Shakespeare's sonnets. And, sonnets are so specific. There's a specific structure that you have to adhere to, a specific amount of lines. Like, once again, I can't remember how many lines a sonnet is. 14? I don't know. So a specific amount of lines with a specific amount of syllables in each line, a specific amount of iambs and everything, and a rhyming scheme. And you have to adhere to it if you want to make a sonnet, but they can be some of the most beautiful poems ever, and it's a work of art what Shakespeare wrote, despite having such a strict structure to stick to. So he kind of just said, so look at it that way, like you have a structure, sure, but that kind of forces you to think outside the box, or, it kind of puts you in a position where you're forced to think in ways that you might not normally think. And I just kind of liked that little analogy, and I was like, you have a point, okay. And I like a bit of structure. I need a bit of structure. It's why I'm suffering the adulting life now, that I'm out of the educational structure because I'm bloody finished. And now I have no structure because I'm supposed to be an adult and live an adult life and do adult things. That's a whole other topic though, but So that made me relax, and it was a nice thought. And the fact that some people haven't even chosen a play yet, well, there's like 2 or 3, and some people have to still find actors and audition people, stuff like that. So, there are plenty of people who have still not started the process, like myself. So that was nice and comforting. So that was the main revelation of today, I guess. We went through more rehearsing techniques, and we did some more Macbeth, and I love Macbeth. So we looked at traditional ways of like staging bodies in the space on stage, which was really, really helpful because going into knowing that I have a first rehearsal to go into that I'm really nervous about, having like all these things that we're going through, these traditional kind of techniques and stuff, is really useful because I won't be going in, blank and worried. I will have some kind of idea of, okay, at least I know of things that I could do if I'm stuck or whatever. It was a really, really practical class and a really, really useful one. And I'm so thankful I have had these 8 classes before my rehearsal, because this, course is only once every 2 weeks. So there's only so much you can fit in. So I don't think I'll start rehearsing next week yet. Well, the first rehearsal will just be kind of like a chat and read through. It could be just kind of like a meet and greet, a brief chat, a planning kind of meeting, and maybe a read through of the script or something like that. That's what everyone is telling me to do anyway. All the other directors, a read through. I asked them, what the hell am I supposed to do on the first rehearsal? And they all said read through. But that sounds so dull, but, we're gonna have to, and they're gonna be learning the script, and they're gonna be seeing it an awful lot, and as am I. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. The class was great though for that. I'm really, really tired though. That's why I didn't make this video earlier, and I'm making it now at like 2 a.m. or something, because I was just on my feet all day trying to take in all this stuff and just constantly worried in the back of my mind about the rehearsal. I think I'm slowly just coming to terms with the fact that I'm going to have to step into the director boots anytime now, whenever these rehearsals start. So I'm just coming to terms with that and kind of making peace with it. And I just hope that when I go into the rehearsal, I'll just be, and I'll be fine. And it'll just go as smoothly as it possibly can, and I hope we just create something and go on a journey together. You know, that might be way too cheesy for them if they ever see this, but it's gonna be one hell of a journey for me anyway. I have like 4 months to prepare an entire play, and I've never done this before. I think I can do it. A part of me is saying, like, you've, been in theater your entire life and you've done plays and shows. How the hell will you not be able to do this? And the other part of me is so petrified because I've obviously never done this. I could never have called myself a director. I've never stepped into these boots or worn this hat before. So obviously it's intimidating and horrifying. But yeah, some anxiety has eased in a weird way, just with time and knowing I will have to do it eventually. I guess today's class made me want to read or watch Macbeth again, though, because we did an awful lot of Macbeth. But it's coming to the Board Gosh here in Dublin in a month or something, and I'm taking my sister to it, and I don't give a damn, and I'm gonna go see it because I love that play. So yeah, I won't be doing Shakespeare for a while though, because you don't want to be doing that as one of your first plays. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's all gonna be horrifying to try and organize everything, and I'm terrible with time management and things like that. So I hope the more I grow as an adult and as a person and as a director, I really hope I try and really adapt good time management skills, because you will need that. I will need to be the calm presence as well. I need to really learn how to chill. How does one learn chill? Hopefully it comes with time. Obviously it becomes easier and less terrifying. I hope. But yeah, currently I'm okay. Waiting for these. I've got the free rehearsal space, which I'm really thankful about. I have my license, which I have to just pay. And then we just have to organize a rehearsal schedule and jump right in. So it's exciting and terrifying. That's the current state of affairs. And apologies again for being in my goddamn pajamas, and hugging this fucking pillow for no reason. But apart from that, it's comforting, and I just still feel anxious. Yeah, so this is week 8. I can't believe I've already made 8 of these things. Thank you for being here. Sorry if this was rambly. Sorry that I'm in my pajamas. Sorry for the constant anxiety. But yeah, it'll be okay. I think. That's just me. The more I say out loud, hopefully it'll just be eventually. But yeah, no, things are happening. I just hope all goes well. So yeah, I think I'll wrap it up here. So once again, thanks for being here, and that concludes Diary 8. Bye!